Okay, so that is it. This is the value like this m2,3. We have said that this is m2,3 plus m4,4, and what will be the dimension here? This resultant. This is the resultant. So resultant matrix dimension will become 4 into 2. This is the resultant matrix dimension became, and this is 4 into 2 into 7. Okay, so that's why it is of the 4 into 2 into 7. So 48 plus 0 plus 56, the total 104. Now these two values we get 252 and 104. So the minimum is what? 104. So minimum values you see this 104 if substituted on the this table. अब समझ में आया कि ये जो टेबल हम किस लिए बनाए थे? ये टेबल हम लोग ऐसे वैल्यू जो है सब्स्टिट्यूट करके उसमें वैल्यू पुट किए, ठीक है। हम फिर व्हाइट बोर्ड तो हम पूरा टोटल ये आउट हो गया, तो ठीक है। अब समझ में आया कि कैसे हम लोग इसको टेबल को फिलअप किए? ठीक है। सो वन लास्ट thing we didn't fill up there, this value, how we get this value here. So till now we have filled up the values. Okay, so how we get these values? Now m1,4. So we will again open the board, because if I didn't open the board then I will not show you that. m1,4, this is m1,4. Now, first time we have seen using no matrices, using no matrix multiplication, only the single matrix we taken, in that the cost is 0. Then after that, we take that pair, 2 pairs, and after checking the 2 pairs, the cost we have get. Then after that, we take the 3 pairs and take the cost from there and make the table. And at last is what? The last thing will be if we take the whole pair. If we take the whole pair, that means 4 matrix. If we take all 4 matrix here, so then it will be what? 1 to 4. That means all matrix A1, A2, A3, A4, all matrix, after taking this, all 4 pairs we have taken together. So together we will take this 4 pairs. Now how we get this value here? How we will get this value? Now to get this value, we have to be use this formula minimum. So minimum will be used, minimum. Now m1,4. So how many combination can happen? 3 combinations can happen here. Now 3 combinations are what? First time we may consider m1,1. Now m1,1 means what? Only A1. Only A1 we can consider m1,1 plus. Now first one element we have considered, and other will be what? The 3 elements will be left. So 3 elements will be left means what? One, we have taken 1,1. So the other 3 elements from 2 to 4. This will be 1. That first time I have considering 1. First time I am considering 1 element A1 and other 3 elements A1 dot A2 into A3 into A4. These are resultant, and after this we get the values. This may happen. And what will be the resultant here? What will be the cost here? So it will be like this. Let's say it will be like this. A1 2,4. Okay, so 2,4 means between them we can choose any one. So 2 combinations we can make here. So between 2 combinations we can substitute the values. So for A1, what will be the resultant for A1? A1 resultant is, it is given 5 into 4. So we will write this 5 into 4 here, and 2,4. So 2,4 last A4 value is what? A4 value is given 2 into 7. So we will consider as the 7 here. Next, we are considering two elements. Now considering two elements means 1, 2 plus 3, 4 plus 3, 4. Okay. So if I write the dimension, then it will be clear to you. So I use the dimension A1 into A2, A3, and A4. So E1 dimension is mentioned 5 into 4. Then A2's dimension is 4 into 6. And A3's dimension is 6 into 2. 6 into 2. And A4's dimension is 2 into 7. A4 dimension is 2 into 7. Okay. So now we are considering 1, 4. That means A1 5 into 4 and A4 last 7. So 5 into 4 into 7. That's why it is written 5 into 4 into 7. Next time we are considering this 2 into this 2. A1 into A2 and A3 into A4. With A1 into A2 multiplied, and this resultant is multiplied with the resultant we get from multiplied A3 into A4. Yes. So that means what we will consider. So here the cost will be what? Here the cost will be 5 into 6 because this is the resultant. This is the resultant we get. This 4 is common. So 5 into 6, the resultant we get into A1 into A2 will be 5 into 6. And A4, so last it will be 7. So into 7. This is a way. And another is if we these three elements into this element. So that means M 1, 2, 3 plus M 4, 4, M 4, 4, because we are considering this 3 into this. So that means M 1, 3. It means M 1, 3 into is not sorry, not into plus M 4, 4. So this is M 4, 4. Now plus what will be the dimensions cost? Now the dimension cost is M 1, 3. So M 1, 3 means it will be 5 into 2 because this 4 is common. So this will be common. So the resultant will be what? This 5 into 2 into 7. So this will be 5 into 2 into 7. ठीक है, समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we will substitute the value according to the table. If you see, already we have filled the table there, na? So according to the table, if we fill up these values, you will see that this value, the third value, this is the minimum, because the third value which we get will be the minimum, and it will be 158. The value will be 158. So like this. So like this table is filled up. So this table is filled up like this. That's why this is the values we have get. Okay, so that's how the matrix chain multiplication we have done. And in the right side, you see another table is given, and there is 1, 1, 2, 3. Some things are written here. Now, you see from 1 to 2, the value is 120. And in this, from 1 to 2, the value is written as 1. So why 1 is written? Now, if you see the 1 is written for this 1 to 2, the value is 120. Now, how we are getting this result? Is A1 is multiplied with A2. So that means A1 is giving this result. Now this A1. So that's why, you see, that's why it is written as the A1. This is 1, it is written because A1 into A2. So multiplying with A1, we are getting the value. So that's why here it is 1 written. Then 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. Here you see here also 1 written because 1, 2, 3. If we see the result is giving by the A1. The result is giving by the A1 because why? You say that there is the two values present. There is a two values present. So why will write the A1 here? You see the two values are present. So you say that why I will write here. But you see this is the minimum value we taken 88. And it is what this portions we are taking the values. So with multiplying this, we are getting the value, and this is also A1. So that means in this table also, you see in this table also, that is why 1 is written. This is why this is 1 is written. Now 2, 3. In the 2, 3, you see the two value is written. That means we are getting the value. We are getting the value with multiplying with A2. So let's check that A2, 3. So A2, 3. Yes, you see A2 into A3. So multiplying with A2, we are getting the value. That's why this 2 is written here. This 2 is written here. Next check the 3, 4. So in 3, 4 also we are getting the value. Yes, with multiplying with A3, we are getting the value. That's why here 3 is written. Here 3 is written. That's why 3, 4. Then next check 2 to 4. So in 2 to 4, how we are getting the value? In 2 to 4, the value we get, you see, this is the minimum. This is the minimum value. That means this is the value we are taking. And now you see, with multiplying with this A3, we are getting the value. So in this table, the final value also in 1, 4, we are getting this value because we are considering this. So that means with multiply with this 3, because this is the portion we are taking, because this is the minimum. So multiplying with this 3, we are getting the value. So that's why it is giving us the 3. Okay. So that's how these two tables are prepared. These two tables are prepared like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what about the matrix chains multiplication. This is all about the matrix chains multiplication. Now, how we can solve the matrix chains multiplication, I have used is the step by step. Now, these things, this is the formula. Main the thing which we have done or by derivation we have seen, same way, this is the formula. That is the general formula of it. The thing we have done, it is the general formula. If mi comma j, that is minimum of mi comma k plus mk plus 1 comma j. I have not shown you the formula fast because if I show the formula, then you will not able to understand. So that's why I have only show the derivation, because after derivation you will understand, able to understand this formula now, because this is the general formula. What we have done here, what we have done in this derivation is based on this formula, but we didn't try to remember this formula. But if you didn't remember this formula, only do what? only do step by step. First, take that no, we are not considering the matrix multiplication first. Only the single matrix you check, and you check that cost. After that, take the 2 pairs, then 3 pairs, then 4 pairs. Like that, you will take the pairs. And if you able to able to remember this formula, then it's okay. So according to the formula, you can solve that. So this is the formula, that minimum of I comma j, that is minimum of I comma k plus m k plus 1 j. So this is what we are doing. This is I comma j. That means if we consider 1 comma 2, this is if we consider 1 comma 2. So 1 comma 2, in that case, so 1 comma 2, if we are considering, in that case, k will be what? K will be the next element. So for this m1 comma 3, that means 1 comma 2 plus 3 comma 4. This is the way we are doing that. So this is the formula it is saying. Okay. So like this, we can solve the matrix chain multiplication. Now, here we are generating, if we see the table, then we are generating n minus 1 by 2 elements. So if we see the table, then we are generating n minus 1 by 2 elements. So n minus 1 2 means that it is the n square. So we are doing n elements, and for n square into n, so it will be n cube. So the time complexity of this matrix chain multiplication will be order of n cube. So the matrix chain multiplication, it will be, the time complexity is much high. N cube means it is not so good because cube. So that means the time complexity of this will be, matrix chain multiplication will be order of n cube. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. तो किसी का कोई और क्वेश्चन है? मैट्रिक्स सेंस मल्टीप्लिकेशन समझ में आया पूरा?
Yes, sir.
ठीक.
Yes.
So this is all about our matrix sense multiplication. So next day we will see another topic that is the very much easy topic, but it is also very much important. That is the easy topic, but it is very much important for the concept. That is the concept. I think in mathematics also, I think you have done that. Mathematics, in discrete mathematics, you have done that, I think. That is the graph coloring problem. You have done that problem, graph coloring, in the mathematics?
Yes, sir. No,
Yes.
sir, अभी start.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा अच्छा, उसका भी एल्गोरिदम है, हम लोग नेक्स्ट डे डिस्कशन करेंगे उसका भी। एक ये जो ग्राफ थ्योरी है ना, ग्राफ थ्योरी इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट इन द एल्गोरिदम आल्सो, बिकॉज ग्राफ थ्योरी इज रिलेटेड टू द एल्गोरिदम। ग्राफ थ्योरी पे ग्राफ कलरिंग का प्रॉब्लम, ये सब जो है, ये टोटली हम लोग का एल्गोरिदम में भी इसका है, क्योंकि उसका कॉन्सेप्ट ही हम लोग यूज करते हैं एल्गोरिदम बनाने के लिए। So next day we will see the graph coloring problem and how using the backtracking. The backtracking I have discussed, the backtracking method. So through backtracking method, how we can solve that, we will see in the next class. Okay. So then everyone, thank you. Thank you everyone. So in next class, we will see that. So I am ending the session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.